Tectonics Podcast.
Today I'm going to explain how earthquakes work. Here is some vocabulary to help with this episode. The lithosphere is the outer shell of the Earth. The Ring of Fire is a belt of volcanic activity and earthquakes that surrounds the Pacific Ocean. Okay, now let's discuss the tectonic plates. The lithosphere is comprised of 8 tectonic plates. The plates normally move 0 to 10 centimeters per year. Where 2 plates meet is called a plate boundary. Convection currents of the molten rock under the Earth's crust is what causes volcanic activity. The movement of tectonic plates causes continents to move around, but they don't move very much. Most active volcanoes are on a plate boundary, with the Ring of Fire being on the Pacific Plate's plate boundary. The way the tectonic plates move depends on the way the convection currents move. Something called a convergent boundary occurs when 2 plates move toward each other and form either a subduction zone or a continental collision where 2 plates slam into each other. It's something called a divergent boundary happens when 2 tectonic plates are moving away from each other. As the plates move away from each other, magma from the Earth arises and cools, creating new oceanic crust. The last type of boundary is a transform boundary, where plates grind along each other in opposite directions. Large earthquakes occur on these boundaries, such as the San Andreas Fault, which is known to create deadly earthquakes. Now we like to talk about earthquakes. When an earthquake occurs, waves of energy move through particles in certain ways. There are 4 types of waves that appear in an earthquake. The first being P waves, also known as primary waves, are the first type of seismic waves to result from an earthquake. They can travel through liquids and solids and only occur underground. They aren't that destructive. Next, there are S waves, also known as secondary waves, are the second type of waves to come from an earthquake. They can only travel through solids, and they can only be found underground. These waves also can't do much damage. These waves are the reason we know that the Earth's outer core is liquid, because scientists picked up that these waves weren't traveling through the outer core. Finally, there are surface waves, which are split into 2 categories, Rayleigh waves and Love waves. Surface waves are the most destructive waves and are the last waves to result from an earthquake. These waves happen on the surface, which is why they are most destructive. Fun facts. The biggest earthquake ever recorded was Valdivia, Chile, and occurred on the 22nd of May in 1960. Earthquakes are not rare events. In fact, they happen every day, but these earthquakes are normally minuscule and you can't even feel them. The Earth consists of 5 different layers. In the very center, there's the inner core. After that, there's the outer core, and then the mantle, and finally, the lithosphere. Thank you for listening. That was my
Plate Tectonics Podcast.